gotta figure out which house is Blaine's house. I don't actually remember where Blaine lives. Hey, there's Blaine. Awesome. Morning, Blaine.
Morning.
Off to AOAA on a cold morning. I didn't check the temperature, but it's got to be like 20 something outside right now. Not my usual wheeling weather. But I'm off to pick up Blaine. Meeting up with CPO and Tammy, Jeepmomma, up at AOAA. I'll be there around 8:30. It's about an hour drive. I don't envy them. They're coming. It's got to be a 2.5, 3 hour drive for them. They're bringing a whole convoy, folks. So this should be an interesting day. So hoping to get some cool footage today. Blaine's bringing his hundreds of cameras or whatever he's got. He's got a nice DSLR, a couple of GoPros. He's got a 360 camera, which I don't know what we're going to do with, but can't hurt to have, right? The Anthracite Outdoor Adventure Area is an outdoor recreation park nestled in the mountains of Shamokin, Pennsylvania. It's full of tight trails and rocky ridges, pretty much what you'd expect from Pennsylvania wheeling. I've been wheeling in this park for a few years. I guide for the Jeep Jamboree, and I also guide for off-road consulting here, so I know the park well enough that the group decided to make me leader for the day. So I decided to show the group some of the more interesting trails on the west property that weren't too far into the park, so that we could also hit the east property before the end of the day. First, we hit a trail that, as far as I'm aware, is not named, but it's this rocky trail. It's rated at a blue. It's the first one that we're going to hit here. Now this next trail we're hitting is W. It's a black trail. It's right next to that blue trail that we just hit, and it's on the west property of the park.
We're good. I think that's the hard side. Yeah. Can't let Tammy outdo him. Hold on. Cut it high, cut it high. Cut it, well, a little further. Now cut it back. As far as you can. Sure. Keep going, you're coming down, you're good. Yes, I'm sure. You're not gonna roll. I'm sure. You're coming down, you're good, you're good. Awesome, awesome.
Then after W, we hit the extension to W, which is labeled as a blue, I believe, and it about feels like a blue. The W extension really shows you how this cropping of rocks sort of rolls along this ridge of the mountain. In fact, most of the rocky trails on this side of the park, at least currently anyway, ride along this same ridge. The trail Fern Ridge, which I enjoy, is also along this ridge, just further out. There's a number of black trails that are along this ridge. Really, you hit some access roads up toward the Polaris Cut and just sort of follow the ridge out, and you're going to find a nice assortment of rocky trails. Just this past summer, I was up here in this exact same area cutting a black trail for the Jamboree. here, we decided to avoid this ice you can see up ahead of us, and, well, I got a little too close to some of the trees, so you'll see I wasn't none too happy.
That's the door, isn't it?
Yeah. You're gonna have to turn that way hard, I think.
Down.
Could pop around your fender.
I can't just get a driver.
You might.
Pull away from it.
You're on your fender now.
Listen to this.
You got a spare window, right?
Actually, yes. That sounded terrible. How's the fender?
Still on. Should we tell him to not go that way?
Maybe you shouldn't follow me.
We decided that before lunch we'd hit the west property and after lunch we'd hit the east, so since we were crossing through the staging area anyway, we decided to just stop at the pavilion to have lunch. After lunch, we decided to go hit BA. Now, lots of people will tell you that BA stands for different things. I made a wrong turn and we had to cut down this side hill here to get to BA, and as usual, Jeepmomma makes a show of it.
Oh, she keep playing a camera.
Don't worry, Tammy, you only die once.
It's okay, Tammy. If you roll it, we've got it on video.
I can't believe she went to Moab. Well, this is what her Moab video is.
I know, it's the whole... You're good, you're already past the bad part. Just coast it on down.
You won't do it.
It's hard to hear in the video, but right there, Jeepmomma just threatened to kick my ass.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to.
Trail that I try to hit at least once or twice a year when I hit AOAA. I just love the entryway, which you're seeing right now, and it's just a fun trail that just sort of, it's got this fun entrance, and then it snakes through the woods, and it's almost entirely a rocky path. It's another,
Here we
I
go.
wouldn't call it a ridge, it's just this trail of rocks that leads through the woods. It's a blue. It's moderately challenging. As you can see, I can make it through without most of it without even having a spotter because I've been through it a few times. But the first time I was through it, I was just completely enthralled by how much fun this trail is. I love this ravine on the way in. I love the water running through it. I love the culvert you have to step into to get in. It's just, all in all, I think it's a fun trail. BA has an extension, which is not quite an extension. You have to sort of make a few turns to get to it, but it's labeled BA extension on the map. It's also a fun trail. You start off by going around this sort of cropping of rocks. You have to either make a sharp turn around one side or the other. I guess if you have a large enough built rig, you can just go over it. And then the rest of the trail is just really tight and snaky and technical, and it's just a lot of fun. It's sometimes interesting to get four-door Wranglers to this trail.
Go to the left, it's a little more crazy. Go to the right. Traffic jam on the trail.
And then there's Barney Rubble. This is the last trail we hit for the day, and to be honest, we almost decided not to, and in the end of the day, we probably shouldn't have, because we hit it so late in the day, we ended up getting out of the park late. Sorry, Dave. So Barney Rubble is a fun trail. There's two routes to go down. There's a blue side and a black side. In the background here, the gimbal cam that you see is me taking the blue side down, mainly because I wanted to get to the bottom as quickly as possible so that I could come back up and spot. And then, of course, the smaller video you see in the middle is actually part of the black side. That's Stormtrooper making his way through with no lockers. I'm not sure how much lift he's got, but I think he's on 35s. But he had a little bit of trouble, and that's part of why we were late. Now, once you get down to the bottom of Barney Rubble, there's like practically a stream running through here. And then, as you can see in the background here, you have to go up this relatively steep exit that gets a little off camber, a little slippy. I mean, it's a fun trail. I highly recommend Barney Rubble to anybody who has a group of mixed size and skill level Jeeps, because everybody can have fun on this trail, and that's part of why we decided to hit it instead of skipping it.